Hello everyone, my name is Jingxuan. My choice is a jade bracelet. Before we begin, I would like to ask you two questions. Have you ever seen a jade bracelet? Do you know what the process of making a jade bracelet is? Okay, let's get started. Today I will talk about the process of making jade bracelets. This bracelet is made out of jade. Jade is produced in many places. The raw material of my bracelet is from Myanmar. The jade was erupted by the natural crater, bred by high temperature and high pressure, and then buried in the mountains and rivers. People need to unearth it from under the ground. In the past, the Burmese could not dig out large pieces of jade from a pile of stones, so they could only choose to use firewood to burn the large pieces of jade through, and then drench them with cold water, make use of the huge temperature difference to make the jade explode by itself, and then select the grain fragments from them. This is the oldest manual excavation method. However, because this mining method has great limitations, because they have not been investigated in the excavation, all rely on experience and luck, so whether they can excavate better varieties of jade is not certain. As a result, the amount of jade mined out is very rare. In the article Jade, the author points out that there are 4 distinct steps to our mining operation: exploration, breaking out, cutting, and shipping. Now there are 4 common methods of jade excavation. The first is dig a hole. Every dry season, use an iron pick and crowbar to dig deep in the ground like digging a well, to judge whether it is jadeite while digging. The second is dig a pond. Instead of developing in depth, people dig a shallow hole in the horizontal direction, which is the size of a fish pond, and looks for a stone while digging. This method is often used in new sites. The third is to rinse with water. People believe that soil layer on the ground is thin, so it is convenient to use the water pump to flush. If any stone is found exposed, dig it out immediately. The fourth is salvage. People dig into the river pond to identify the jade and then salvage it on the ground, identify the texture of the jade to decide whether to keep it. The raw material will be sold to factories and then specialize in jade processing. The environment of the jade factory is relatively poor, but their salary is very good. Jade processing is actually an art. Some factory owners are craftsmen themselves, and they teach many students. These students can study and work at the same time. Many factories employ many craftsmen to process jade. According to the article Jadeite Manufacturing and Trading Hubs in Guangdong, China, the author emphasizes Yang Huanglin, president of the Pingzhou Jewelry and Jade Association, said that the most precious jadeite color is green, followed by purple, colorless, yellow, and red, and tells the process of making a jade bracelet. It takes about 10 processes to make a jade bracelet completely. First, rubbing stone. Rub the surface of the rough stone so that it is convenient to use the light to observe the internal situation, to determine whether there is green and the depth, width, and concentration of the green. Then it will judge whether the rough stone can make a bracelet based on the crack. Second, cut the stone into thin slices. After a preliminary understanding of the original stone, it is necessary to cut the original stone and then slice it. Third, draw a bracelet. The size of the bracelet is determined according to the crack, size, and color distribution of the raw material after the raw material is sliced so that the perfection degree of the bracelet is optimized and the output is maximized. Fourth, to suck the ectoderm. Put the jade pieces on the special diamond lathe, match the drill bit according to the outer ring diameter, and then use the down pressure drill to suck out the whole bracelet. Fifth, check. After the outer embryo of the bracelet is sucked out, it is necessary to check whether there are impurities or color changes, whether there is a fracture due to the processing process. Sixth, to suck the endoderm. According to the diameter of the inner ring of the bracelet, the corresponding drill bit is selected, and then the inner ring is sucked out with the down pressure drill, and then the middle part is called the bracelet core. After this step, you can get a rough bracelet. When sucking the outer and inner embryos, try to keep water on the surface, otherwise the jade will crack easily. Seventh, sand the top and edge. Sand the top is to remove the defects and cracks of the rough embryo, and sand the edge is to remove the edges and corners of the bracelet and grind them into a smooth state. Eighth, fixed form. Grind the rough embryo of the bracelet into a fixed form according to the needs. The round bracelet and the flat bracelet have different arc angles, so the angle and strength are different when shaping. The manual fixed form is suitable for high-end bracelets, while the setting machine is suitable for middle and low-end bracelets. Ninth, grinding. The marks on the rough embryo of the bracelet are ground into a smooth surface and are thoroughly shaped from the inside to the outside. 10. Polishing. Sand and polish the polished bracelet many times until the bracelet reaches the required brightness. Making jade bracelets is a very important test for the experience and technology of the processors. If there is any mistake in any step, it must have failed. I am Chinese. In China, many people wear jade jewelry, and some families will take jade jewelry as a kind of inheritance from the previous generation to the future generations. My jade bracelet is a gift from my mother. On my 18th birthday, she chose this jade bracelet for me. The intended uses of this jade bracelet are to represent that I am an adult, and my mother thinks jade can support people. In the article, The Healing Properties of Jade Stones, the author points out that there is one property of jade that has been clinically tested and proven to benefit your health in an enormous way. My mother and I have the same thinking, so I always take it with me at home, but I take it off when I go out because it is too expensive. I am very scared that I will lose it or break it. Compared with other similar items, this jade bracelet is unique to me. I personally like to wear accessories such as necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and so on. I have many different bracelets, but this jade bracelet is the most precious to me, not because it's expensive, but because it represents different meanings. For Chinese families, it represents the inheritance of traditional culture and my mother's inheritance to me. For me, it represents my adulthood. This is also the special meaning of this jade bracelet to me. Because the jade bracelet is very precious to me, I will be very careful when I wear it so it has not changed after I use it. Thank you for listening.